Hey everybody, good energy to you all. So I just wanted to make this video to kind of just talk to Joy because I heard her say some things that were very concerning. And it ain't about me. I'm doing all right. This is stuff actually for her. And she talked about hating. I think she was talking about hating me, which isn't that much of a surprise. But then she talked about hating everybody. And that's what got me like just thinking about how where her mind must be at, like, because that's pretty intense. Like, I could get why she might, have some type of feeling towards me, but to hate everybody, like the way she said it too, and then she talked about wanting to run people over, even going into like the details of how her car is, heavy and like that's I don't know, man. That's some dark stuff. And but I'm not even trying to like say you're dark, you're evil. No, I'm not even trying. This is actually me. Like I'm actually worried about her mental state and well being. Like, and I also want to just maybe help her remember that from the 13th Sun. This is his message that I'm passing on to you. That anybody who hates another is a murderer in the Most High's eyes. So, if you really be hating on anybody else, you're a murderer to the Most High. It is what it is, and it's like, it's interesting because you keep calling me a serial killer and all these things, and I don't hate anybody. Really hate? No, I don't hate. I get frustrated with situations and my anger boils to points where I feel like I might be overwhelmed with things. That's not hate, though. That's just anger and fury. Hate is like a consistent feeling you carry with you everywhere you go. Like that's toxic as fuck. That's something that doesn't go away. Like it's something that you continue to pay attention to and feed on. Like it's like love, except it's the opposite of love. And it's not a good thing to be consumed by, especially for a human being, man. We're supposed to be loving beings. We're supposed to help take care of life and each other, not hate each other. And the way she be talking about, and then she uses like kind of an excuse, like, "Oh, I'm the only good person in the world," and it's like, okay, hold on a second there, like that's not accurate at all. I know good people. There are good people out there, Um, and anyways, the whole good thing, like, what is really good? What would be a really good person in your eyes? Because you say that I'm such an evil dude, but if you look at what I actually do with my life, like, there's good stuff in it. And it's like, well, let's examine your life, Joy. I mean, you think you're such a good person. What is a good person? What's a good person to you? Is it somebody that just criticizes other people all day online? Is it somebody who, just you gotta look at things like, from a perspective of like, what the fuck? Like, you really think you're the only good person in the world and that gives you a right to want to kill everybody else? And that's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from you is, which honestly is kind of like a serial killer vibe. And a lot of these serial killers, they were consumed by hate. They were hateful. That's why they kill, is because they fucking hate something in their life that much. I don't have that type of hate. I really don't. I get frustrated and angry with things, but it's not like my hate is not like I don't hate anybody like that. Like, and the way she does it too, it's like it's got a direction behind it. It's got like a vengeance, a vendetta vibe. Like she really be trying to fucking hurt people. Like she's really on some vengeance type shit. And that's never been what I'm about. I may be a soldier and I know I have to fight when the time comes to fight, but I'm not trying to fucking hurt people. The times that thoughts like that have come in, I try to push them away as quickly as I can and as powerfully as I can, and I check myself. Like, damn, I'm tripping. And to be honest, those type of thoughts, until recently, with some of the things that have gone on with me and Joy, I'm not gonna lie, there's been fucking thoughts that pop up that I'm like, damn, I gotta get the fucking away from that shit. And then that's why, I took her, the video she made about me and all the things she had to say about me, I really took it in an embraceful way. I didn't retaliate. And I'm glad I didn't retaliate in like a vengeful type of way because first of all, she had some truth to say in there. And second of all, it was her truth, you know, and that's what she has to say about me. That's what she has to say about me. I don't have to keep feeding that fire of hatred, you know. And I think because I didn't feed the fire of her hatred, and I kind of just took it like, you know, okay, you laid some fucking shit out on me, thank you, you know, because it, you know, I think that kind of fucked with her head a little bit, and now she hates me even more. And now not only does she hate me, she hates everybody else. And you know, I just want, you got to think about that. Like, what have I really done for you to hate me so much? Like, that's a really powerful word to use on somebody. Like, if anybody should be feeling some type of way about this thing, shouldn't it be me, since I'm the one who's been rejected? I'm the one who, you know, but I don't hate you. You know, I keep on trying to make things peaceful. I'm not trying to build the relationship in the way that you might think. I'm really just trying to clear the air of this bad juju that has gone on between us, you know. And it also stems to our audience too, because then they pick up on it and they have their little opinions and sides, and you know, it's spread out a little bit farther than I think both of us think. And I think there's a reason for that too. And I also think that if we were able to pull our shit together, there's a potential for a real powerful collaboration with me, you, and all of our audiences put together. You know, now that you've gotten to know some of my friends, and, or, you know, people I grew up with, I mean, they're still my friends. I feel bad because I made a video saying I don't, you know, I'm trying to get away from labels and stuff like that. And part of me, you know, agrees with that, but part of me feels like I was being insensitive to my friends, you know, and is what it is. But my point being is, like, you've gotten to know some of my inner circle, you know, and not only you, the audience has too. And, you know, me and my inner circle has always been about trying to save the world, or trying to change the world, or trying to do something different with our lives. And I think a lot of the people on your channel and you know, may have similar ideas, you know, and there's a lot of us, you know, and if we were able to come up with some type of a way of doing things that's respectful and dignified, as you say, then I think there's potential for a lot of good growth, you know. And I know that the music, the reason why this whole, you know, the video she made, I don't know if it was the exact reason, but it had to do with, you know, me talking about the band Primus, and she goes into how she thinks all these honky-tonk bands, they all go into serial killer shit. And you know, I mean, I don't know that for certain. I hope that's not true. It feels like it's not true, because a lot of times when I hear the banjo or that honky stuff, like, that brings really good vibes to me. It doesn't bring serial killer vibes at all. I know Deliverance, you know, the movie Deliverance kind of made the fucking banjo look really bad. And, you know, there is sick shit that goes on down there with that. But, you know, I mean, I actually looked up the lead singer of Primus just to see if he has any arrests on record or anything that's kind of like into the serial killer crazy vibe shit, and I didn't see anything. He actually has done a lot of work. He's got movies, he's got bands up the ass, he's got tons of shit going on. So and when I look at his face and I read his aura, I don't get somebody who goes around killing animals or people, or even thinks about that shit, to be honest. I get somebody that was been motivated to create something different, and he did so, and that contends him. He doesn't have a void in him to want to go and kill fucking animals and shit. That comes from people who are consumed with hate, who have too much time on their hands and nothing to do, which honestly is starting to sound a little bit like you, Joy. So just be careful, because remember, as the 13th Sun said, this isn't from me, this is from 13. If you have hate in your heart towards your brother or sister, you're a murderer in the Most High's eyes. So please don't hate me, Joy. You know, you don't want to like me, that's fine, but we don't gotta hate each other. Come on, that's a pretty primitive way of going about living, to have that much hate. Where's the compassion? You know, I'm not trying to fight with you anymore. I'm not trying to piss you off. I tried to be with you, you know, and then you didn't want me, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, you know, and then you say I can make videos about you, so I'm like, okay, I'll make videos about you, but if you really don't want me to, I won't even talk about you anymore. I'm not trying to stir this fire, you know, I'm not trying to compete with you. I've got my own thing that I want to do here on my channel. I'm really not trying to just make videos about you to get views or anything like that. You know, I talk about you because I feel in my heart like there's things I want to talk about with you. But if it's pushing you to this point where you're talking about wanting to run people over and hate people, you know, and I'm really triggering that in you, then, you know, let me know. And I don't have to talk about you anymore. But to be honest, that ain't going to solve your problem. You know, whatever you got going on, if it's that serious to where you're talking about it like that, there's something else going on with you. So for me to even be like, oh, I won't talk about it, I know it's not going to work. So it's me being kind of foolish right there. There's something going on with you that only you can figure out. Other people can help you if you're open to that, but you got to be open to that shit. You know, it starts with you first. You got to take a look in the mirror and realize what it is about yourself that you hate. Because if you're projecting all that hate on others, it's coming from inside. So, anyways, I love you. I hope you have a good day. All right, bye.